Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 16th of December 2025. And unfortunately guys, the process of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market is not looking that great. The price of Bitcoin unfortunately is around the $86,000 mark. But here's the thing guys, there are two metrics that does not make a lot of sense. The first one is regarding ETF inflows, and despite the prices going down guys, there is a bit of inflows in the world of ETF related information. So could it be possible that the investor sentiment at the back end is picking up pace? Based on the numbers, that is exactly what it says, isn't it? Now secondly guys, if you look at the digital asset treasury inflows, it has also been increasing since the last 7 days, and this is kind of indirectly connected to ETF related information, isn't it? Because at a macro level, according to me, it does give us some assessment as to what the sentiment business holders have, particularly regarding cryptocurrency related treasury information. And the same thing can be said regarding institutional investors regarding ETFs. So let's see guys what the next 2 weeks has in store for us. Now in today's episode guys, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover regarding President Donald Trump. The first one is regarding significant investment that they have received, and in the official White House website guys, it clearly states that under the Trump administration, United States of America has received $9.6 trillion in investment. So what I'd really urge you to do is guys, go to the official White House website and go to the entire list with the investments. And here's the thing guys, United Arab Emirates, they're leading the pack with foreign investments amounting to $1.4 trillion. Now here's the thing guys, all of this investment is only possible because of tariffs, isn't it? But look guys, mainstream media, they don't want to go out and talk about these investments. Now imagine mainstream media if they're not suffering from TDS, and rather they go out and talk about the investments flowing in because of tariffs, then the entire narrative regarding President Donald Trump changes, isn't it? And right now, because he's an advocate of Bitcoin as well as artificial intelligence, it will also have a ripple effect on these industries as well, isn't it? Now what I want to do guys in today's episode, I want to go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion as to how this investment will actually impact our infrastructure. And it is needless to say that under the Trump administration, United States of America is emerging as a global tech hub, and President Donald Trump already wants to go ahead and make cryptocurrency great again, and he wants United States of America to lead the front, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into all of these points, and look as the momentum regarding tokenization is building up as well. And along with tokenization, the narrative is building up regarding stablecoins as well, and this is because of the Genius Act being passed. So I'll go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion as to how the $9.6 trillion worth of investment will directly be impacting these industries. Now the next news guys is also connected to President Donald Trump, but this is more to do with Biden. And we know under the Biden administration guys, people who are focusing on privacy and self-sovereign identity were actually penalized and discriminated in the worst possible way. We know what happened to Tornado Cash, and right now guys, Samourai's co-founder is also on a similar boat, but there is a very high possibility President Donald Trump will actually go out and pardon him. And essentially what happened guys is yesterday, President Donald Trump was at a press conference where he was actually talking about Mexican border, and after his speech guys, there was a lot of question and answer session, and one of the journalists did actually ask him about the co-founder of Samurai Wallet, and this is connected to Keon Rodriguez. And President Donald Trump has openly said he's definitely considering going ahead and pardoning him. So another brilliant and great move by President Donald Trump. So we'll very briefly go ahead and touch base on this news. Now the next news guys is all the way from Pakistan. And since this year guys, Pakistan has definitely been taking leaps and bounds in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And CZ, the co-founder of Binance and the former CEO, he was also part of a council in Pakistan that was advocating cryptocurrencies. Now the news guys I'm going to be talking about is that Pakistan has actually signed a memorandum of understanding with Binance, and this is to explore tokenization up to $2 billion worth of government assets, including sovereign bonds. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. So really interesting development, isn't it? Now the final news guys is more of an acquisition news, and Anchorage Digital guys, they have actually acquired one arm of Securitize, and that arm guys is called as SFA, that is Security for Advisors. And the reason they did that is pretty simple guys. Anchorage Digital wants to strengthen the crypto wealth management platform, and in acquiring this firm guys, they want registered investment advisors, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss the importance of this news. So look guys, despite the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies going down, what I'm noticing this time in comparison to the previous cycles is a lot of the news is where governments are getting involved in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and that is definitely brilliant for the broader cryptocurrency ecosystem, isn't it? So going forward in 2026 guys, me personally I'm definitely optimistic as to what is going on in the broader cryptocurrency ecosystem. So look guys, we have got a lot of interesting things to cover in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. And this, to be honest, guys, is another brilliant deal. And the news is that Avalanche Foundation, guys, they've established DLT Foundation in Abu Dhabi global market. And this is for MENA regional growth. So we'll definitely go and discuss the importance of this news. And look, guys, news such as this definitely strengthens the so-called Web3 adoption in the MENA region, isn't it? So really interesting news. Now the next news, guys, is from the Emirate of Dubai, and this is in the world of artificial intelligence. And the news is that Palazzo Versace Dubai, they are launching the first AI guest system, and the system, guys, is built in partnership with Quantum Neuron. So we'll definitely go and discuss what this news is all about. And they also have a really interesting name for this, guys. It is called as Laura. And based on the official news, this AI guest system supports the guest before, during as well as after the stay. Really interesting news, isn't it? And here's the thing, guys, it also provides real-time responses and assistance. So we'll definitely go and discuss an interesting concept regarding artificial intelligence merging with the hospitality sector. So look, guys, we have got a lot of interesting things to cover in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Amana. And they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or MENA giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what, guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing, guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is, guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community, guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part, guys. Once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look, guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look, guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Amana, guys, is all markets one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen guys, the code is DXB25 and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025 as well as Eat Women. And look guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life, so don't just read about it, be there and head to the website that is futuristconference.com and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously. And they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing, if you do want to support this channel, go to the website that is www.amt.tv and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all, they also plan to release 7 NFTs, and these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast
It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since you're taking care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now unfortunately guys, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have been falling down. But here's the thing guys, what I'm noticing is, so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, a lot of investment is actually flowing out of cryptocurrencies into artificial intelligence. And a similar theme guys was actually observed during 2020, when there was this massive narrative regarding metaverse, and a lot of the investments were actually flowing out of cryptocurrencies and were getting invested in metaverse. Unfortunately guys, the whole hype regarding metaverse has completely died down, isn't it? But here's the thing guys, according to me, when you talk about artificial intelligence, the use case is already here and people are already using it, compared to let's say metaverse, which is at least a decade away from now, isn't it? So let's see guys if this trend continues in 2026. But look guys, as I've been saying since the last 2 weeks, at a macro level, particularly at a government level, things have been better than ever before. But unfortunately, the process isn't picking up pace. And here's the thing guys, if you look at the market sentiment, right now it is still at fear, and the number associated has actually fallen down to 21. But surprisingly guys, the ETF has an inflows, and the ETF inflows is accounting to $84.4 million, with Bitcoin ETF leading the pack with $67 million, whereas Ethereum ETF unfortunately has outflows, and the outflows is accounting to almost $20 million, $19.3 million to be precise. But here's the thing guys, XRP ETF inflows is significant. It is higher than that of Solana today at $20.2 million, whereas Solana ETF inflows is only at $16.06 million. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode guys, along with ETF related information, the matrix that is connected to digital asset treasury inflows is also increasing, which only means one thing guys, businesses are buying a lot of cryptocurrencies, putting it into the balance sheet, and institutional investors most likely they're buying a lot of ETF, isn't it? That is at least what the matrix is saying since the last few days. Now that thing being said guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, it has actually gone down to $3.03 trillion. And unfortunately guys, I hate saying this, if the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies do not pick up pace, there is a very high possibility the cryptocurrency market will actually go below the $3 trillion mark. So let's see what the next few days has in store for us. Now if you look at the global cryptocurrency market volume guys, since the last 24 hours it has picked up pace, and right now it is at $130 billion. But unfortunately guys, the volume of decentralized exchanges isn't looking that great. It is only at $7.74 billion. And the total fees connected for these transactions worth $7.74 billion is accounting to $71.09 million. And so far as the total value locked is concerned guys, right now it is at $118.36 billion. And unfortunately guys, the decentralized exchange dominance, today it is only at 28.15%. And so far as the digital asset treasury inflows is concerned guys, since the last 7 days it is increasing. Right now it is at $3.41 billion. Now let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges. Yesterday PancakeSwap was at number 1, isn't it? Today guys, Uniswap is back to number 1 with a 24-hour volume of $1.66 billion. PancakeSwap is at number 2 with a volume of $1.52 billion. Humidify is at number 3, but his volume is almost half of that of PancakeSwap. It is only at $743.21 million. Pumpgas is at number 4 with a volume of $473.08 million. And Radium is at number 5 with a volume of $467.17 million. Now let's quickly run to the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Ethereum's dominance guys is at 11.80%, but based on the matrix looks like a lot of outflows is actually taking place in Ethereum now, because the price of Ethereum right now is below the $3,000 mark once again. And if you look at the 24-hour trading volume of Ethereum guys, it is actually increased, which only means that people are selling a lot of the Ethereum or maybe converting them into stable coins. Now before we look at the volume of stable coins, let me go ahead and complete the matrix regarding dominance, because Bitcoin's dominance right now is at 56.70%. And if you look at the 24-hour trading volume guys, Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is more than 50% of that of Bitcoin. Right now it is at $27.35 billion. Now since the last 3 weeks guys, the 24-hour trading volume of Ethereum was almost 1/3 of that of Bitcoin, isn't it? Unfortunately guys, the 24-hour volume has increased, but the prices have actually fallen down. And that only means that people are dumping a lot of the Ethereum, isn't it? And only a bit of that is converted into stable coins, because the volume of stable coins hasn't picked up pace either. Now if you look at the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin, since the last 24 hours it is at $44.69 billion. Now the market cap of Bitcoin is well below the $1.80 trillion mark. It is only at $1.71 trillion. Ethereum's market cap guys is at $356 billion. And so far as the market cap of Binance BNB Coin is concerned, guys, it is still ahead of that of Ripple. It is at $117 billion. Now look, as I cannot stress this enough, the volume of stablecoins isn't picking up pace. Now that thing being said, in comparison to yesterday, guys, the volume has definitely picked up pace, but I'd really like to see this at least 50 to 60% higher of what it is, because Tether USDT's volume is only $94.43 billion, whereas Circle USDC's volume is $12.15 billion, and FDUSD's volume, guys, is down to $4.83 billion. Now every day, guys, in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And today, guys, I want to look at the top made in US coin by market cap, and it is no surprise that Ripple is leading the pack, but its market cap since the last 2 days is below Binance BNB Coin's market cap. It is only at $113.89 billion. Circle USDC, guys, is at number 2nd with a market cap of $78.49 billion. Solana is at number 3rd. Its market cap is at $71.02 billion. Figure Gas is at number 4th with a market cap of below the $15 billion mark. It is only at $14.65 billion. Cardano Gas is at number 5th and its market cap is at $14.12 billion. Now let's go to look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And unfortunately, guys, the price of Bitcoin is below the $86,000 mark. It is only at $85,948. And check this out, guys, since the last 24 hours, it is actually down by 3.02%, and since the last 7 days, it is actually down by 5.25%. Ethereum, guys, is well below the $3,000 mark. It is at $2,948, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 4.06%, and since the last 7 days, it is actually down by 5.27%. Binance BNB Coin, guys, is back to number 3rd position, and the price of BNB is at 854.08 cents. But since the last 24 hours, it is down by 3.30%, and since the last 7 days, it is down by 4.71%. Now look, as President Donald Trump is definitely making news in the world of Bitcoin as well as cryptocurrencies, and in his new term, guys, he's definitely making a lot of interesting moves, and according to me, guys, President Donald Trump is definitely making America great again, and you can make an argument he's making Middle East great again, and he's making the world a safer place as well, isn't it? Now the news I'm going to be talking about, guys, is regarding investment. Now the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because none of the mainstream media is talking about this, isn't it? So what I'd really urge you to do is, guys, go to the official White House website and read through the official document which clearly states more than $9.6 trillion is invested in the United States of America. And according to me, guys, President Donald Trump's leadership has helped drive a surge in private and foreign investment across the United States, and that creates a lot of jobs, isn't it? And along with jobs, guys, there's a lot of innovation already in the cryptocurrency space and also in the artificial intelligence space, and all of the fake news that was said regarding tariffs, guys, has completely been debunked because President Donald Trump is using tariff as a leverage, and using that leverage he's already secured Middle East peace, isn't it? And when you talk about investment, guys, go to the official document and you'll see a list of companies who have already invested in the United States of America. But here's the thing, guys, let's say if you're suffering from TDS, that is Trump derangement syndrome, you can go to each and every company that is mentioned in the list, and there are quite a lot of government entities mentioned in that who are invested in the United States of America. And what I'd really urge you to do is, guys, go to the official website, go to the official blogs and newsletters. You will see all of these investments that is mentioned is 100% accurate. Now here's the thing, guys, mainstream media is not talking about it. Imagine if they actually go and start talking about it. Things will be great not just for the United States of America, but also for the broader cryptocurrency world as well, isn't it? So what I want to do is, guys, based on this investment, I want to go and share my thoughts and opinion on how it will actually impact the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So let me know, guys, if you agree to my assessment or disagree to it. So let's go and start off with crypto now becoming institutional. Because of these investment, guys, asset managers and multinational corporations entering the crypto space push for digital assets into regulated. And here's the thing, guys, when institutions get involved, it does increase confidence in the blockchain network. And according to me, also in the custody solution space, they go and start investing in businesses that are connected to cryptocurrencies, isn't it? So according to me, guys, because of this investment, the adoption drives broader integration of cryptocurrencies into traditional financial system, thereby accelerating mainstream usage. And what about blockchain technology, guys? We already know under the Trump administration, the Department of Commerce, they're already putting out the data onto blockchain, isn't it? And earlier last week, guys, I talked about El Salvador, where they're doing something similar on Bitcoin network. So look, guys, when you talk about blockchain technology because of these investment, there is definitely room for expansion, isn't it? And investment in fintech platforms and digital infrastructure allows more businesses and individuals to leverage blockchain for securing payments, smart contracts, and also DeFi applications. And look, as we already seeing that companies are now able to implement scalable blockchain solutions with institutional grade reliability. And this, guys, creates a bridge between legacy finance and digital ecosystem. And here's the thing, guys, because of this investment, the adoption actually grows, and industries such as supply chain, logistics, and healthcare benefit from transparency, efficiency, and reduced operational risk. Now, what about tokenization, guys? Going forward in 2026, I definitely see tokenization to be the new narrative. And because of this $9.6 trillion worth of investment because of President Donald Trump, financial assets like stocks, bonds, private funds, and real estate are increasingly digitized and represented on blockchain network. Now, tokenization enables faster settlements, fractional ownership, and broader market access, and this makes previously illiquid assets accessible to a wide audience. And here's the thing, guys, with the Trump administration, there's a lot of regulatory clarity in the world of tokenization. As a matter of fact, in the episode that I released yesterday, guys, I talked about the US Securities and Exchange Commission giving a nod to tokenization, isn't it? So these investments combined with regulatory clarity, guys, creates a new digital financial ecosystem that complements traditional capital markets. And we know earlier this year the Genius Act was passed, and Genius Act is more to do with stablecoins, isn't it? And look, as regulatory support under initiatives like Genius Act does actually strengthen the framework for a dollar-backed stablecoin, increasing trust as well as adoption. And stablecoins are being used for payments, settlements, as well as cross-border transfers, so does reduce reliance on traditional banking infrastructure. And here's the thing, as a combination of stablecoin adoption with AI-driven financial tools do actually create a more efficient, transparent, as well as scalable digital economy. And these investment, guys, is only possible because of tariffs, isn't it? Now, could it be possible in the near future? Will the Trump administration allow tariffs to be paid in cryptocurrencies? If that thing happens, I do think it'll be an absolutely game changer once again. And whichever cryptocurrency or blockchain protocol they get associated with, that particular token will definitely go off the chart, isn't it? Now, what about the next biggest innovation in human history, guys? And I'm talking about artificial intelligence. I do feel a lot of these investments are connected to artificial intelligence, isn't it? The Magro from Dubai, guys, is already committed to $20 billion worth of data center investment, which is connected to artificial intelligence. So look, as massive investment in AI-focused data centers, cloud computing, and semiconductor fabrications are dramatically increasing the computational capacity that is now available to developers and enterprises, and this is only possible because of huge investment, isn't it? And this surge, guys, according to me, allows for faster training for large AI models, and also deployment of AI applications across industries such as finance, healthcare, as well as manufacturing. And as a result, guys, US is now becoming a testing ground for next generation AI technologies, attracting further talent and innovation. Now look, as President Donald Trump wants to go ahead and make America great again, and right now US is emerging as a global tech hub, and the influx of domestic as well as foreign capital, guys, is actually strengthening the US position as a center for innovation in artificial intelligence, blockchain, as well as advanced technology, and strategic investment in manufacturing, semiconductor, and high-tech infrastructure, guys, does actually create an ecosystem that supports both startups as well as established corporations. So this concentration of resources and talent, guys, does actually help maintain American leadership in global technological competition. So look, as imagine mainstream media starts talking about this, rather than putting misleading information regarding illegal immigrants, incorrect and misleading information regarding tariffs, then I'm pretty much sure the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be pumping up as well. Let me know, guys, if you agree or disagree to my assessment. Now let's talk about another interesting news that is connected to President Donald Trump, and this is connected to privacy, guys. And what happened is, under the Biden administration, Samurai Wallet as well as Tornado Cash, they were under one of the worst administrations, isn't it? As a matter of fact, guys, if you actually go to Roman Stamanow's X account, his profile clearly states he's a proud US citizen, and he's targeted by Biden administration. Now, it's needless to say, he's a massive fan of President Donald Trump, and now most likely, guys, he'd also be reviewing the case of the co-founder of Samurai Wallet. And essentially what happened is, President Donald Trump, guys, he participated in a Mexican border defense medal presentation, where he talked about everything going on in the defense border between Mexico and US. And after that session, guys, one of the journalists asked him regarding the developer of Samurai Wallet, and President Donald Trump, guys, immediately said he will definitely be reviewing the case. As a matter of fact, he also asked the journalist, guys, should this developer be pardoned? And the developer definitely said yes, and President Donald Trump kind of agreed to it as well. So look, guys, under President Donald Trump, a lot of the wrong that was actually done under the Biden administration is actually rewritten, But here's the thing guys, mainstream media will go and put out a completely fake and different narrative, and regarding Samourai wallet founder that is Keon Rodriguez guys, he also put out a really beautiful post via X. We thank the community for making a lot of noise, so I'm pretty much sure he will be pardoned by President Donald Trump, and we know a few months ago Bitcoin Jesus that is Roger Ver, he was also pardoned by President Donald Trump, and rightly so as well as Senate, so definitely great news by President Donald Trump. Now let's go and talk about some really interesting and positive news all the way from Pakistan. And Pakistan guys has signed a memorandum of understanding with Binance as they want to go and explore tokenization up to $2 billion worth of government assets, including sovereign bonds, T-bills and commodity reserves. Now this move guys aims to boost liquidity, transparency and attract investors through blockchain-based digital versions of these assets, and Binance and HTX guys have received initial clearance to register local subsidiaries and begin the license processing. Now this initiative guys is entirely by Pakistan and things are definitely looking great since 2025. So let's see guys what the future of Pakistan is in the world of cryptocurrencies and blockchain. Now let's go and talk about a really interesting news, and this is connected to one arm of Securitize, and the news guys is that GITEX Digital has acquired Securitize for Advisors, that is SFA, to go and strengthen its crypto wealth management platform for registered investment advisors. Now the deal guys brings security for advisors technology, team, and also client interface directly into GITEX Digital regulatory custody and also trade services. Now so far security for advisors are concerned guys, they have been growing rapidly and most of its client assets are already held at GITEX, so this makes it a natural step, isn't it? And this acquisition guys helps advisors for crypto more easily, allowing Securitize to focus on tokenizing real-world assets. Really interesting development. And this move guys also accelerates the foundation of digital assets in wealth management industry. It also unifies trading, custody and client interface under one platform for advisors. And GITEX aims to build a premier solutions for wealth managers and the clients by combining its regulated platform for Securitize for advisors expertise. And both companies guys do actually see the partnership as a way to scale fast and deliver more innovative crypto solutions to the market. Really interesting development, isn't it? So look guys, these were some macro level news from the Bitcoin blockchain and cryptocurrency world. Now let's go and look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. The first one guys is from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, and the news guys is that Avalanche Foundation has established a DLT foundation in Abu Dhabi global market, and it is needless to say this is for MENA region growth, isn't it? So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Now the goal guys is to go ahead and grow Avalanche's presence in the MENA region, and Abu Dhabi Global Market or ADGM will be Avalanche's main regional base. Now the foundation focuses on blockchain and Web3 development, and it will support partnerships with enterprises and institutions, and government collaborations in MENA region will also run through this foundation. And here's the thing guys, developers and startups in the region will get more support, and existing MENA initiatives are now unified under one structure. And it's needless to say this improves transparency and operational efficiency as well as an aid. And when you talk about Abu Dhabi Global Market guys, it offers one of the world's strongest Web3 regulatory frameworks, and the DLT framework fits decentralized and token-based models. And so far as Avalanche is concerned guys, it can now operate without traditional corporate limitations, and the foundation can manage digital assets in a compliant way, and institutional partners gain more trust and regulatory clarity. And look how so far as Abu Dhabi is concerned, it is a fast-growing global Web3 and Fintech hub, isn't it? And the city offers access to capital, enterprises as well as policymakers. And Avalanche already participates in major Abu Dhabi Web3 events, so this move strengthens long-term Web3 adoption across MENA region as well. So definitely interesting news. Now the next news is from the Emirate of Dubai, and Palazzo Versace in Dubai guys, they have announced the first fully integrated AI guest system in hospitality. And this system guys was developed in partnership with Quantum Neuron, and it uses advanced AI automation for guest and hotel operations, and they have named it as Laura, which is a fully autonomous AI digital human and not a chatbot. And Laura guys handles guest communication across multiple channels, and it also supports guests before, during as well as after the stay. And the AI guys also adapts to different languages and cultural preferences. And here's the thing guys, guests can go and help with bookings, services as well as hotel information. And the so-called AI guest system that is Laura guys also provides real-time responses and assistance, and internal hotel operations are automated at the same time. And departments like housekeeping and food and beverage are coordinated by artificial intelligence, so tasks are managed using predictive data-driven logic. And because of this move guys, it's needless to say response times and service efficiency are significantly improved, and guest experiences become more personalized and seamless, and the system learns and improves through adaptive AI learning. And Palazzo Versace guys reinforces its reputation for luxury innovation, and the project sets a new standard for AI and hospitality. and the partnership shows how technology can redefine future guest experiences. Definitely interesting news. And look, as I cannot stress this enough, when you talk about artificial intelligence, the use case is already here and people are already using it as well as in it. Definitely interesting news. So these were some macro level news guys on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So let's kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. I have a question by Ralph who asks, with labor market data out today and the CPI inflation data out due on the 18th of this month, how do you think it will impact the price of Bitcoin as well as the broader cryptocurrency market? This, to be honest, Ralph, is such an important question. Now, regarding the labor market data, I do believe it's going to be out later on today. Now, here's the thing, Ralph, the only website to go out and look at the information is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the website is www.bls.gov. But unfortunately, you know what happened earlier this year? One of the chairperson who was actually appointed by Joe Biden was notoriously manipulating a lot of the information, isn't it? And the moment President Donald Trump found out about it, he immediately fired her. And what that notorious person was doing is, she was backdating a lot of information and putting out a lot of misleading and incorrect information. As a matter of fact, during the election year, Ralph, only because of a whistleblower, we found out that they were intentionally going ahead and adding roughly around 900,000 jobs, which does not make a lot of sense. And the only reason why they wanted to do that is because of election results. But thankfully, and only because of the whistleblower, we found out that the Biden administration or some of the staff were notoriously trying to manipulate this information. So look, the information that we actually received by the Bureau of Labor Statistics could be politically affiliated. And that is one of the reasons why President Donald Trump wants a lot of transparency. Now, to answer your question regarding the labor market data, I do feel that the labor market data may not look great, and the reason is pretty simple. President Donald Trump wants to make a lot of federal employees redundant, and according to me, that is absolutely great. So when you see the labor market data, it might actually show that a lot of people were made redundant, but this has absolutely nothing to do with tariffs. It has nothing to do with inflation. Rather, it is downsizing of employees. But here's the thing, Ralph. Mainstream media will not go out and talk about it. They would only cherry pick information and put out unedited information. And as much as I hate saying this, it is the fake news driven by mainstream media that does actually drive the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So what I'd really urge you and even to our listeners to do is, Ralph, go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the website is www.bls.gov, and look at the information yourself. But unfortunately, even that information may not be accurate, because it was politically aligned under the Biden administration, isn't it? Now, regarding the CPI data, which will be out on the 18th of this month, I do feel that the inflation might actually slow down, and if that thing happens, the impact on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies could be great. And earlier in the month, I believe on the 10th of this month, Federal Chair Jerome Powell at the FOMC meeting did actually go ahead and decide to go ahead and reduce the interest rate, isn't it? And if you listen to my podcast, Ralph, I clearly said a lot of investors, notorious traders as well as whales, they were anticipating that Federal Chair Jerome Powell will be reducing the interest rate, and a few hours before the announcement, the price of Bitcoin did actually go above the $92,000 mark. But the moment the FOMC announcement was made regarding reducing the interest rate, the prices started falling down, which does not make a lot of sense, because reducing the interest rate is great for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? So look, Ralph, during these dates, a lot of manipulation does actually take place, and I hate saying this market does not react to fact, rather it does react to news that is put out by mainstream media. And if you listen to the beginning of the episode, I said mainstream media, they're known for notoriously having TDS, that is Trump derangement syndrome, and they often put out incorrect and misleading information, isn't it? So look, the onus is on us. We need to go and look at information from first source. So I do feel that the labor market condition may not look great. If you look at the finer details, it is the federal employees who have been fired. And here's the thing, if you remove that data, I do feel that the labor market conditions might actually look great. And regarding inflation earlier this year, a lot of mainstream media were talking about inflation going off the chart because of tariffs. That thing did not happen. And President Donald Trump was 100% right. And the so-called economist guys, they are notoriously left-leaning, isn't it? So they were putting out a lot of misleading information regarding tariffs as well. So I do feel that the labor market conditions may not look that great. So do expect a bit of volatility, and the only website to go and look at the information is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And apart from that, on the 18th of this month, the inflation data will be out. Based on my research and understanding, the inflation is actually going down. And with the $9.6 trillion invested in the United States of America, the US economy is definitely in for a great ride. So definitely interesting question, Ralph. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at the latest technological development. We talk about what is going on at the geopolitical level. We talk about different partnerships. We talk about the recent narrative in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space. And then, guys, we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. We look at the latest technological development. We talk about everything in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and even artificial intelligence. And here's the thing, guys, what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.